TIAA is on a mission. Why? Because 54% of Black Americans don't have enough savings to retire. So in collaboration with big-name artists like Wyclef Jean, TIAA released Paper Right, new music inspiring a new financial future. With 100% of streaming sales going to a nonprofit that teaches students how to invest. Stream Paper Right now and help close the gap.
Welcome back, folks. It's Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. We have a busted pipe, another pre-filed bill, and this season's oyster harvest. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Well, you thought the last time you had work done on your air conditioner, it was expensive. A coil in a middle school's rooftop HVAC unit broke Monday night, and officials say it could end up costing more than $1 million, reports AL.com's William Thornton. Decatur Middle School students have temporarily switched to virtual classes as repairs are made to the pipe and damage caused when it flooded the school. A bill has been pre-filed for this year's legislative session that would allow Alabama public schools to bring aboard paid or volunteer chaplains, reports AL.com's Mike Kaysen. The bill is sponsored by State Representative Mark Gidley, a Oaks Bluff Republican. The bill would give local school boards the option to have a policy allowing chaplains in schools. Gidley said he believes the bill doesn't violate the establishment clause because of precedents set by military and law enforcement chaplains. The Alabama oyster industry is not for folks who don't deal well with adversity. It's taken steps forward in recent years, returning from the brink when there was no harvest during the 2018 and 19 season. But that doesn't mean there hasn't been a stumble or two along the way. AL.com's Lawrence Becker reports that this year's harvest ends at 2 p.m. Friday, and since October, the haul is just under 32,000 sacks. That's well short of the 40,000 plus sacks the past two seasons. A sack is around 80 or 85 pounds of oysters in the shell. Marine Resources Division Director Scott Bannon partly blames the slide on a little snail called an oyster drill, which shows up during times of high salinity in the bay. Now, the oyster drill can't hold an oyster knife, so he drills a hole in the shell and eats the oyster. While the 32,000 bags are well below the past two seasons' harvests, it's well above the 22,000 3 years ago and 11,000 4 years ago. Biologists with Marine Resources aren't extremely optimistic about short-term future harvests. While divers were finding a lot of sizable oysters for next year, they said they weren't seeing much in the way of spat, which take about 2 years to mature into grown oysters. Thank y'all so much for listening. We're going to be back here again tomorrow. Until then, as always, y'all come on by and see what we're doing on the internet at AL.com.